had to help my patient. Y'all see I got my Evolve shirt on. If you look closely, you can see my name written in it. Tiaramy, because Tiaramy's evolving. I'm evolving. Are you evolving? I hope we're all evolving. Let me say hey to everybody that's in here. Danye, Grant, Warren, Ricky, Aisha, Destiny, Money Making DJ, Coach, Mr. Sam's, all that great stuff. Okay, so today, TapIn Tuesday is going to be a little different. I know y'all love my ratchet, crazy stories, but you know, sometimes I just want to be real and authentic and kind of like tell my own story, like my journey, my life. How you doing, John? I'm doing good. I'm blessed and highly favored. Sometimes I just want to get on here and just like, you know, just talk about thoughts and things that I think about, and you know, tell stories about things that I may have been through and all that great jazz. So taking risk. Today I am going to tell the story about me deciding to move to California and what my first year in LA was like. So I decided to move to California in 2018. It was in like the springtime. A lot of stuff was like kind of like going on. It was kind of funky, but I had to make some really hard decisions, and I was teaching and I was just like, this is not for me. Like, it has to be something else out there for me to do. Hey, CS Strong, what's up, babe? And so I'm like, love you too. So I'm just like, you know, what's up, Lily? So you better get it in. So I just was like, you know, 2018, I was teaching and I was just kind of like, I'm really ready to move on and get things cracking. A few years previously, I had did like a reality TV show, and I was just so for sure that was going to take me off. I'm like, yes, I done did this reality TV show on Oxygen. Bitch, I'm finna blow up. But guess what? None of that happened. And that was a risk in itself. I had a full-time computer technician job at Aldine High School, my own classroom, own office, own salary with benefits. I quit my fucking job. Yes, I quit my fucking job to go and film in LA for 1 month to possibly win $50,000. So that was the first big risk. And my mom was just like, you sure you want to do it? I was like, I can get another job anywhere. And let me explain it to something to y'all. If you have an entrepreneur spirit, you don't give a fuck about that job. You be like, fuck that job. I'm going to figure it out. I'm a hustler. I'm going to make my money. I'm going to make my coin. And my friend was, I'm going to go on this show. I'm going to make sure I'm funny. I'm going to make sure I'm doing my damn thing. And when I come out, I'm going to drop these singles. I'm going to drop this album, all these fucking music videos I got. And I'm finna be on. Like, I really had it all planned out. But guess what? When you tell God your plans, you know what he do? He laughs at you, because none of that shit happened. So I do the show. I literally, and if you want to know the show that I did, it's called Battle of the Ex-Besties. Oxygen changed its whole platform. So my reality TV show that I was on was literally the last show that they did. So I'm on the show. I'm damn near about to win. I'm literally like second. Me and my partner are second to the end, about to win this fucking 50K. I had so many ideas about what the fuck I was going to do with this 50K. I'm like, yes, I'm about to buy me a new car. I'm about to buy a house. I'm about to move to LA. I'm about to make it really, really motherfucking happen. Well, guess what? Your girl lost, okay? I lost the show. And it was a competition show, so bitches was running, hiking, jumping, falling in waters, having to go through trash cans. It was really a lot. So I lose the show, literally third fucking place, y'all. Didn't win shit, but I got $2,500 because I did the show for a month. And I had quit my teaching job, so my salary was done. So I basically asked Aldine to just give me all of my money. And so, Jeremy, shut your ass up, you ugly ass boy. So, anyway, fast forward, you know, I put the music out. I'm going club to club trying to get DJs to play my music. DJs is not fucking with your girl. They not trying to play my motherfucking record. They only trying to play the record at the end of the goddamn night when everybody walking out the goddamn club. So that was pissing me off. I'm like, bruh, me and Tanisha, we up in here at 10 p.m. You can at least play my shit by 11, my nigga. So they ain't playing my shit till like 1:50. So that was for a whole year. So after that year of, you know, trying to push Loving Me and, you know, push my music and shit or whatever like that, like snatching motherfuckers' mics performing, because I'm good to snatch a mic out of a motherfucking hand real quick. Shank, shank. I will snatch your mic. So anywho, that year had passed, and it was probably like the following summer. And so that following summer, a lot of shit, it was the following spring, a lot of shit was going on. If you see my last live, like I said, like I had broke up with my boyfriend, had like decided that I was gonna do my own thing with this music shit. Like, it was a lot going on, and I had basically came to a conclusion that I wasn't gonna do music no more. Like, I was like, fuck music, I don't want to do music no more. This shit is hard, it's aggravating, motherfuckers, it's fake as hell. They only want to, you know, and especially when you're an R&B singer. I'm not a rapper, so I'm not talking about, you know, the shit that motherfuckers want to hear. I'm singing about love, okay? You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers just wasn't fucking with it. Like, R&B was just not popping then when I was doing it. Like, motherfuckers just not fucking with it. So I said, you know what, fuck this music shit. I'm finna pack my bags. I was already starting to do skits with Carrie. Hey, Ashley, I love you. Hey, Cool Kim. So I was doing skits with my friends at the time, and motherfuckers was like, oh, you need to stop doing the skits. Like, that ain't gonna get you nowhere. But guess what? It did get me somewhere. A long way, okay? So doing the skits with these guys, they all was like, well, we finna move to LA and you should come too. Like, you'll kill it out there. And I was so scared, y'all. I was just like, LA, like, what the fuck I'm gonna do out there? Like, I live with my mama still. I don't even pay no bills for real. Like, I pay my car note and my insurance and stuff like that, but I ain't no a real adult yet all the way. So, make a long story short, we basically, I mustered up the courage because I just had a whole bunch of bullshit going on, and I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna move to LA. So I worked at my uncle's bar from like March throughout the whole fucking summer, and I just saved up all my money. And so before I moved to LA, like officially, I said, let me just go for a month to just see if I like it or not. I went for a month. I killed the fucking scene. Like, me and Tanisha put me on all these little independent shows. That's how I made Soul Full of Noise and all that stuff. And, you know, got to tour with them as a independent artist and going city to city all through California, like just showcasing my talent. And so after I killed that, I was gone for like a month or whatever. I mean, I was gone. I just kept kind of going back to LA, like a little here and there, like whatever little shows that they would give me, y'all, I would take them. So I'm telling my own story, Jeremy. I'm about to fucking block you out my fucking life. Stop playing with me, nigga. God damn it. Anyway, I don't know why people want me to act crazy. Jeremy, stop playing with me and talking shit in my life. Fucking with my goddamn viewers, boy. Because I know you in real life, so don't fucking play with me, boy. Anyway.
Oh, my God.
As I was saying, so I go for that month with Carmen. We come back to Houston. So like 8 months pass, and I'm like, I gotta get to LA. So them whole 8 months, I was saving my money. I saved up over like, I probably saved up like $7,000, whatever like that. Well, my move out date to go to LA was supposed to be in July, but some shit happened. And so I'm like, I can't leave in July. Like, I gotta wait. I was recording some new music. I'm like, I'm gonna go back to the music. Let me just try my hand at it again. You know, let me just record a few songs to see where my head at. But I just really was not fucking with the music. So I recorded 3 songs, and I was just like, okay, that's enough. I had to spend my own bread. Like, bitch was spending like thousands of dollars on shit. And I was just like, this music shit is not giving me a return. So fuck it. I'm moving to LA and I'm finna just act full time. I don't even want to do no music. Like, if I do music, I'm just gonna sing. I don't want to record shit. I don't want to pay no producers. I don't want to do no music videos. Let me tell you something. When you do music and you ain't got no real backing or no real team behind you, that shit is expensive and it can depress you. And I went through a whole motherfucking depression. And I was just like, I don't want to do this. I'm done. So I had a little teaching job out here in Houston, and that teaching job was opening a new campus in LA. So I'm like, bam, this is fucking perfect. Like, I already said I want to move to LA. You know, I'm on. Like, they said they're gonna transfer me out there in California. I'm good. So I'm busting my ass. I'm working at the bar, managing my uncle bar. I'm singing with my mom with her band also, because I still was doing gigs in my band, and I'm still substitute teaching. So boom, it's time to pack up. It's time to leave. I was already paying rent before I even moved to LA. I was paying rent from July and didn't move out there until September because my roommate, his original roommate, ended up moving out early. So I'm paying rent while still trying to save up money for an apartment that I'm not even fucking living in, right? So me, Tanisha, and Dexter, my neighbor, we pack up everything in my motherfucking Nissan Rogue, which is a truck, and we drive our ass all the way to motherfucking California. Yep, drove to California with all my shit in the car. Went to this apartment. Didn't even know where the fuck I was staying at. If you're from LA, you know that I live in the jungles. And you know the jungles is just what it sounds like. A motherfucking jungle where Training Day was filmed. It's it's real scary if you don't know where the fuck you at or you ain't never lived in that type of area. And it wasn't scary to the point where it was like crackheads, or, I mean, it is crackheads, you know, a little further up, but it just was unfamiliar. It just looked not like what I was used to. It was not up to my proper standard of living. So I get there and I only got about 1,200. I don't live in South Central. It's Baldwin Hills technically, and the jungles is under there. But anywho, fast forward, so I get there, I moved in. I only got $1,200. You feel me? Because I done spent all my motherfucking money paying rent for 2 months that I wasn't there. And spending money because I didn't make my friends pay for gas. Like, I took care of everything. I've always been that type of person. I take care of everything. Yes, I'm single, fly 101. So, like, I didn't ask them to pay for anything. Like, I fed them. I made sure that we had somewhere to stay, all that shit. So, I get there, I move in, and I'm just like, damn, I only got $200. Let me see when I can start work. Like, when can I start teaching? And I had already knew a little few side hustles. Like, I knew I could go do the audience shit and, like, you know, clap and make money doing that. I hadn't got signed to my agency yet, so that was still on the fence. Everything was up in the air when I packed up and moved. The only thing that was solid was that I had somewhere to lay my fucking head. And one thing I want to tell y'all about moving and, like, chasing your dreams, sometimes the shit just does not pan out. And you have to be strong enough to know that eventually it will. But you also got to have enough hustle in you to not be afraid to take the risk. Like, if all else fails, I know I can do this. And that was my mind frame. I was like, if all else fails, I know I can do something else. So what happened with the school, Lily, was when I get there and I'm like, okay, what do I need to do so I can start work? They were like, well, first, you got to go get your certification. Certification? Nigga, what the fuck? I ain't never had to get no certification in Texas to teach. I have a whole fucking degree. Why do I have to get a certification? And they're like, well, that's just how that's how the state of California is. They want you to take a basic skills test. I'm like, bro, I ain't took no motherfucking basic skills or nothing since college. That's damn near 5-6 years ago. So now I got to study for a whole fucking test. Math, English, science, and writing. And I suck at fucking math and science. That ain't never been my strong suit. Social studies, writing and reading, yes. But that math and social studies, hell the fuck no. So y'all, I was terrified because, mind you, I only got $1,200. So I'm like, the test cost $150 fucking dollars. I only got $1,200. And I got to stretch this out so I can pay my rent, which is $650 at the time because they went up on our rent and the bills. It was only $650 at the time. I'm like, half of this money has to go to rent, and the other half I need to use it to eat, get around, and survive. LA is not cheap. We all know that. It's not cheap. I ain't had no food stamps. I ain't had no assistance or none of that shit. I was fresh. So I'm just like, okay, cool. I'm like, well, what else can I do while I study for the test? Because what I didn't want to do was take the test and fail that bitch and then go and have to pay another $150 to take it again. So I talked to the school and I'm like, well, like, are you sure I got to take a certification? Because I've already been working for the school and I have a degree. They're like, well, to be honest with you, we haven't even really opened our campus yet because we don't have any schools in our network. These motherfuckers done told me that they gonna transfer me. I'm guaranteed the job just to tell me that not only do I need a test so that I can teach, but I also don't even, that y'all all don't even have any network for me to go work at. I don't even have any schools to go teach at. I have no income now. So at this point, I'm flustered. I'm crying. I'm in my room like, did I just make a big ass mistake coming out here? Because like everything is just falling. Like nothing is lining up. Like what's going on? So I'm just like, okay, all right, this is what we're gonna have to do. Let's just do the audience shit right now. Mind you, I'm still not signed to my agency yet. Cause I don't get signed until January of 2019. It's September 2018. So I'm just like, you know what? Let me just go out here and, you know, do the audience work. Cause I know I can make some money doing that. And I'm going to just go to these open mics as much as I can. And, you know, just sing, whether it's, you know, I mean, I was so like focused to the point where like I was literally making singing videos and tagging the different platforms in LA. Like, you need to let me sing at your platform, or you need to put me on this. And honestly, that shit worked because I didn't have the money to actually go and pay to go into the venues. Because I was holding on to $1,200. So I was tagging them like, okay, let me just sing and tag them and hopefully they'll put me on the show because I don't have the money to go and pay. Like it was real. It was really real. And I had too much pride and I did not want to ask my parents to help me. I'm just like, my dream is not your burden. And that's what a lot of y'all need to understand. Your dream should not be somebody else's burden. Whatever you feel like you want to do, you do it. Don't make it seem like everybody else has to be and support your dream because a lot of people are not. You have to have enough confidence and enough cuckoo in your head to say, I'm going to do this regardless if I got the support or not. And mind you, I always had support, whatever like that. But like my dad in the beginning, he was not fucking with the entertainment shit. He was like, girl, go get you a regular job, get you a 401k and keep it moving. Like, why do you think that you're so good at what you do? I had to literally prove myself to so many people. My own dad, not to say that he didn't believe in me or didn't believe in my talent, but some people are realistic thinkers. Everybody doesn't believe in the unseen. You feel me? Sometimes people have to see it in their face to feel that it's gonna happen. I ain't like that. And that's because that's something that my mom instilled in me. And it's also faith. You have to be faith-based. If you don't got no faith, then chasing your dream, it's like trying to catch the rain. It's literally like trying to catch the rain, trying to chase your dream without faith. Quote that, somebody. Chasing your dream without faith is like trying to catch the rain. Impossible. Seeps through. It seeps through. It's impossible. So, job fell through. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go to these open mics, tagging these folks. I'm killing they motherfucking open mics. So the music shit is on point, y'all. I'm getting show after show. I mean, my first week in LA, the following week I had a show headlining, then another show headline, then another show headline. So the music is popping. I'm doing my motherfucking thing, but financially, I am so broke. I have no money. I am in a state of depression because I'm like, I'm doing so good, but at the same time, I'm so broke and I don't know how I'm gonna eat. I don't know how I'm gonna put money in my car. It was so stressful. But all I could think of was like, God gonna guide me through. He gonna make it happen. So what would be happening was, in these moments, while I'm trying to figure out how to get money, I'm going to these little audience things, maybe making $50, maybe $75, barely making $100 after I already done drove 30 minutes to the studio, and then I gotta pay for parking. So technically, I'm only coming out with maybe $40 at the end of the day. And I'm trying to do this shit every day just so that I can accumulate $400 in the week. And I'm trying to calculate that. I literally used to sit in my room and calculate, okay, this is the least amount. This is the most amount I can make if I do the clapping. How many times can I do this week? How many times can I do this month so that I can make sure that I make enough for rent at least? Let me just make enough for rent. Or let me make enough so that I can just pay half the rent. And then I'm going to just ask Chris, can I pay the other half like in 2 weeks? And I'm the type of person, when I'm broke, I sit the fuck down. I don't do anything because I'm just thinking about how can I get some money? How can I get some money? How can I get some money? I don't want to go out to eat. I don't want to kick it. I don't want to smoke with you. I don't want to do nothing because I'm just thinking. I'm in my head 100 times like, okay, what can I do? I'm calculating. I'm very calculated with my moves. So I'm calculating. I'm crunching numbers like, okay, if I do this and I do that, then that can make this happen. So 3 months go by, still no job. I'm still clapping. I'm still doing shows though. And I meet some amazing people along this journey. So I see my girl B Stings up in here. What's up, Tico? B Stings B Stings don't even understand that she helped me pay a whole bunch of bills when she would call me and she couldn't do a gig. I met B Stings at my first show in LA while I was living there, and she loved my energy, never had met me, and she would just randomly call me like, hey, I can't do this gig, can you do it? She didn't even know that she was literally helping me put gas in my car, money on my rent. It was amazing how things were just happening. No job, no real income. So I got these things sending me things randomly. Then my cousins, they just randomly will send me $100. Then my friends, somebody will send me a random $50, random $20. And it would just happen so randomly but it was random, but it wasn't random because it was almost like God was kind of like telling them in a sense, like she needs some help because I had too much pride to ask for it. So people would just send me stuff randomly, and they don't even know that random money that they was sending me was saving me. So I took 1 month and I said, okay, I'm going to stop being a little scary ass bitch, and I'm finna sit my ass down for a month, and I'm going to study for this California basic test so I can start teaching because I'm tired of clapping. And when I have a degree in directing and production, and for anybody that doesn't know, from Columbia, I have a Bachelor of Arts in that. So when I'm on set and I'm seeing people on the, doing camera work, action, all that shit, it's making my blood boil because I'm like, I went to school for this shit, but I'm sitting in the audience clapping for $75 just so I can have enough money to eat and put some fucking gas in my tank. So I take 1 month in October, and I say, okay, I'm going to just study for this test. In that same month of October, I end up getting a nanny job. And it was so crazy because I went to the doctor. This part is kind of sad. I might cry a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I had went to the doctor, y'all, and I didn't have no insurance. And I went to the Minute Clinic. And they were like, it's going to be $150. And I said, $150? I didn't know it was going to be that much. I didn't have $150 in my account. So I'm just like, damn, what the fuck I'm going to do? Because, like, I'm sitting in this man's office. He already done did, like, my little exam. Like, what the fuck am I going to do? I don't have that. So I called my daddy, and I'm like, I just bust out crying on the phone. And I'm like, Dad, I'm at the doctor and I'm sick and I don't got no money to pay the doctor. He was like, what you mean? Like, what's wrong? I was just like, nothing's really wrong. I just don't have no money to pay. And I was like, I only got $100 and it's $150. And he was just like, okay, well, I mean, what do I need to do? Like, how can I send you some money? He was like, why didn't you call me if you knew you only had like $100 in your account? I'm like, I didn't want to call you because I was going to figure it out. Like, I'm going to go clap in the audience tomorrow. So I knew I was going to make an extra $100 or $75 then. But I'm just really sick and I just really need to go to the doctor. And so he's like, well, I don't know how to send money. So I'm in the doctor's office crying while the doctor's looking at me like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm okay. I just need a moment. So I'm telling my daddy, explaining to him how to send the money through Chase Pay or Zelle or whatever like that. So he sends me the money, and I finally pay the doctor. I get my medicine, and I go in my car, and I just start screaming. I'm screaming in my car to the top of my lungs, like, I can't do this. I'm not used to this. Like, I'm not used to this. Like, this is not my life. Like, I don't know how it feels not to have any money, not to be able to take care of myself, not to be able to, like, be guaranteed anything. Like, this is killing me. So I told you my brain is calculated. So every day I'm going on Craigslist looking for jobs. Like, every day I'm going, looking for jobs, and no job is hiring me. And I'm just like, why is nobody hiring me? Like, what the hell is going on? But what I forgot was that I didn't come to LA to work. I came to LA to chase my dream. I came to LA to sing. I came to LA to act. If I get a job, how am I going to be able to do all of that? I'm not going to be able to do it because I'm going to be tied down trying to make money to survive. So I'm looking, I'm like, okay, let's calm down. Let me look for something that, is flexible, but allows me to still be able to do what I need to do. Like, I can still go clap in the audience if I need to, but maybe I can find something in the morning. So after I leave the clinic, I'm in my car in the parking lot of CVS from the Minute Clinic, bawling my eyes out. I'm crying, looking online, and I seen a nanny position. And so I'm applying for nanny positions. I swear to y'all, I kid y'all fucking not. As I'm scrolling and I'm crying, I get a message from a lady. And she's like, hi, I just came across your profile and I wanted to know if you could nanny for my son. He goes to school in Koreatown, and I just need somebody to pick him up and, make sure he gets in the house and do his homework. And I'm willing to pay $15 an hour. Immediately, I took it. Immediately. I was like, I'm going to take it because I need something. I need something consistent that can guarantee me something. Now, mind you, I was only working maybe like 3 hours with the lady. So I'm technically only bringing like $250 home a week. But it was better than nothing. And I said, okay, if I can get this $250 a week, in the morning or after I pick him up, I can go clap. And then I started to DoorDash. And I was like, and then I can do DoorDash. So I'm still putting everything together, and I'm still studying for my California Basic Skills Test so that I can be a teacher. So I take my test. And at the end of October, I pass it first time. Passed it the first time. And now I'm looking for a teaching job. But I'm still nannying, right? Well, November comes. And, I'm getting close to, some people hitting me back for the teaching position. And then my nanny job falls through. The lady tells me she can't afford me anymore. Back at square one. Back at square one. Mind you, I'm singing. I'm doing my motherfucking thing. I'm doing skits, followers going up. But inside, I am so broken. I am so tired. I'm just like, God, can you please let me catch a break? So that's November, right? So I have a show in November at the Pocket, LA. And my dad is like, I'm going to come out there because I want to see you perform. I just want to lay eyes on you. Because mind you, nobody has seen me since the end of August. Because I'm not coming home. I'm staying. I'm trying to figure it out. So my dad and my stepmom, they come out there. And they what you want to, what you got planned for us? I'm like, we're going to do my show. And I said, I'm going to take us to go to the Steve Harvey show. Because I got tickets. So instead of me clapping at the Steve Harvey show, I got us tickets to the Steve Harvey show so we could actually, view it. So I said, but before we do that, I got to go to a job interview for a teacher position. Now, the teacher position technically was only going to pay me $15 an hour because they wanted me to have a 30-day substitute certification. So it's 2 certifications in California that you have to have. You have to take your California Basic Skills Test, and most of them require you to have a 30-day sub permit. And that just means that you can be in a classroom for up to 30 days. After those 30 days, you have to be moved into a different assignment. So mind you, I didn't have the 30-day thing because that was another $150 goddamn dollars that a bitch did not have. So I just got the CBIS, but I'm like, they said they'll hire me with the CBIS. I'll just work and then I'll save up some more money and then I'll apply for the 30-day. But mind you, it takes 50 days for you to even get the 30-day. So I'm like, I'm just going to have to figure it out. I go in there. I kill my goddamn interview. The lady's like, I'm looking at your resume and I see you have a degree. I'm like, yeah, I got a degree and I got, I did teaching in Houston. She's like, I might can actually move you up to be like a certified substitute teacher. So let me go talk to my boss. I said, okay. Crossing my fingers, palms sweating like a motherfucker. I'm like, oof, hope so, because it's true. This little $15, ooh, it's kind of tight. She come back in and she's like, guess what? I'm like, what? She was like, I'm going to boost you up. I'm going to start you at $18.50. Now, mind y'all, just last week, I had lost my nanny job. And I'm like, back at square one. I humbled myself. Sometimes you got to humble yourself. What we feel we deserve is not always supposed to come right then and there. Sometimes God wants to see that you are willing to literally go through the trenches, humble yourself, and start at the bottom to make sure that you will appreciate the greater blessing on top, right? So I went in there humble, like, I know I don't supposed to be getting no $15 an hour, but I'm going to take it because I need it. Then the lady like, I'm going to pay $18.50. I'm like, bro, oh my God. I'm like, when can I start? She's like, you can start next week. You would get paid every week, every Friday. I said, okay, bet. I called my daddy. I'm like, Dad, I got the job. I get to start next week. Right before Thanksgiving. I get to start next week, so I'm having me some money. I have me a check after Thanksgiving. Woo. So we go to the Steve Harvey show. And we sitting there and, you know, because I have a degree in production. I know how most shows work, like when they do contests and stuff like that. So they're going to interview the viewers, like the people that sit in the audience. They kind of like do little interviews, and they just kind of trying to see your personality, trying to see your story, what you got going on or whatever like that. So they came over to us and they were like, hey, you know, what's your story? Like, what are you guys visiting for? So my dad's like, oh, my daughter, she just moved here a few months ago. She has a show tonight. We're visiting her because we want to see her show or whatever like that. And they're like, okay. I'm like, sorry. My phone at the time I was about to die. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Woo. Not I'm sorry. I'm like, oh, yeah, I just moved here. Woo. They're like, okay. I'm like, so I tell the little producer man, I said, look, I got a degree in production, so I know what you're doing. Put me in the contest because I want to win. I want to win something. He's like, I can't do that. I said, yes, you can. I know you can. I said, it's going to be between me and you, though. He starts laughing. So we going into the Steve Harvey show. Y'all, it's late. Steve Harvey show starting late. I got sound check at 7. They barely putting us in to sit down at 3:30. Nigga, I got to go. Like, I got a show to do. So my daddy like, well, let's just wait. I'm literally telling my daddy, I'm like, let's just go, because I don't feel like waiting no more. Like, I'm tired of waiting. They like, let's just wait around. So we wait. We finally get seated. When I tell you I can't make this stuff up, I can't make this stuff up. And see, I'm going to tell it here because on December 18th, I can only tell bits and pieces of the story of the LA experience. So this is like, you know, a whole big story of it. So anyway, so we finally get seated, and Steve Harvey always always long as hell. So, you know, they do different segments. So they do the Steve Harvey 100 segment. And I have been to Steve Harvey show so many times and seen so many people win $1,000. Man, one boy won $5,000. Another one person won $3,000 doing Steve Harvey 100s. So I'm like, oh, I hope I get picked to do the Steve Harvey 100. Yes, if you ever seen that episode, it actually went viral because I cried on the show. So it's on Facebook, it's on YouTube. It was on my page. I'll be switching my page around, but it's up there. It's like over 1 million views. Like, on my Facebook, so many people wrote me like, oh my God, like, I pray for you. Like, I can't even get on my Facebook no more because I have so many messages from people like just feeding positivity to me and telling me like, I wish you well and on your journey, whatever like that. So I might cry a little bit, but it's okay. So they do the Steve Harvey 100s, and my face, my daddy face, my stepmom face, and all the other audience members, they, who face pop up on there? My damn face. Y'all ran down them. I'm gonna have to post a video up in my damn story, but I ran down them stairs so motherfucking fast. Steve Harvey was like, Dang, I ain't never seen nobody run down the stairs this fast. I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. He was like, what's your name? I was like, Tiaramy. Oh my God, Tiaramy. He was like, where you from? I was like, Houston, Texas, baby. Baby, I was crunk. I was hype, honey. So he like, all right, so have you seen this episode? I was like, yeah, I seen this episode. I know what to do. He was like, okay, so you gotta mesh the stuff. I was like, yeah, I gotta mesh the stuff. So he like, okay, we usually do celebrity guests to help you out. So let's see who your celebrity guest gonna be to help you out. So boom, it's Arsenio motherfucking Hall, bitch. So Arsenio Hall come out there, he like, and I sung, but they cut that part out. But Steve Harvey was like, what you do? I was like, I'm a singer, I work in entertainment. He was like, let me hear something. I bust out me some Shaka Khan, like, you ain't got no kind of feeling inside. I do a whole little Shaka Khan. He told me something, girl, you can blow. Come on. He told me some, y'all know who that is? That's Shaka. She's singing Shaka. I'm like, yes, honey, period. He like, how old are you? And I'm like, I'm 28. He told some, you ain't no damn 20. He told some, now you need to tell these people how old you is. Girl, you 17, 18 years old. I was like, I know. I said, I'm trying to get on Disney Channel. He told some, no, for real, you really could. You really could. So Arsenio come out. He like, was that you singing? I'm like, yes, that was me. I got a show tonight or whatever. Y'all can come meet me at the Pocket LA over in Culver City, period. Because, I'm going to still be me all day. So Arsenio like, you ready? I'm like, I'm ready. Is you ready? I'm ready to win some money. So we doing it, whatever like that. The things is, y'all, I go blank. I blank. I'm moving so slow trying to put this shit together. Steve Harvey looking at me like, girl, if you don't hurry up and call these damn numbers out and come on. I'm like, ugh. And fucking Arsenio Hall ain't helping me. His ass like, 3 and 5, 17, 18. I'm like, bruh, we fucking it up. We're fucking it up. So anyway, Steve Harvey, he feeling bad for me, y'all. He like, y'all, please help the girl, y'all. Damn, please help the girl. So I end up only winning, like, so it stopped and I won, like, I think I had like $1,000 on the line. So Steve Harvey was like, okay, if you get these last two right, I'm going to give you all the money. But you got it. If you don't get it right, you going to lose all the money. Oh, what he do that for? I'm so confident. I'm like, it's 17, 19. It ain't been more 17 and 18 and the man in the goddamn mood. Nigga. Wrong. The nigga felt bad for me. He was like, I'm going to give it to you, girl. I was like, oh, thank you. Thank you. So he gave me the $1,000, y'all, and I bust out crying. He like, why you crying? I said, you don't even understand. Like last week, I lost my job. I was a nanny teaching this, like picking up this boy, and the lady, she told me she couldn't afford me no more. And I was just trying to figure out how I was going to get another job. And then today I went on a job interview for another teaching position, and I got another position. So I'm just really happy. I'm just really blessed. Like, I really didn't have no money to pay my rent. Like, thank you so much, whatever like that. And so he gave me a hug, and he like, oh, y'all, the lady done fired her because her ass don't know how to teach the boy. So, Steve Harvey funny, so he's still making jokes even though I'm crying. He making whole jokes to us. So the lady done said, you got my son even more stupid than he was before. So everybody laughing up like that. So we all laughing. So then Arsenio Hall, he like, you know what? He was like, that's a really touching story. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to match that. I'm going to give you another $1,000. $2,000. I was floored. I bawled. And to think, I was trying to leave because I wanted to go to sound check. Ready to go. I'm like, nah, I don't want to stay. But it just be so funny how, like, God be testing you. Like, had I not been patient and waited in the line to get in, I wouldn't have even won the money. So that's another lesson that I had to learn. Patience. Everything is not on your timing. Sometimes you got to sit and wait. And waiting don't always mean that it's not coming. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean that you got to. When you wait, don't be anxious. That's the lesson. Wait without being anxious. You know what I'm saying? Wait in peace. Because when you wait in peace, when it does come, you really learn to not only appreciate it, but you also appreciate the waiting period. You appreciate that part. Because it's like, damn, if I would have got it too quick, I wouldn't have appreciated it. So you got to wait and not be anxious. So that happens, right? I get the 2,000. Boom. I'm rolling in the dough. My daddy and them, they give me a little extra cash. I done started my little job. I'm cool, but I'm still struggling, y'all. Stuff still ain't rolling. Like, it's still the bare minimum of things. I'm trying not to go over an hour because, you know, they're in my life. But just make a long story short. So I taught. I was still broke. But I was teaching every day as much as I could. I would still go clap in the audience when I could. And I would DoorDash when I could. And there was moments where I didn't have any money because I had to pay all the bills. And I might got 60 cents in my account. But I'm going to take that debit card. I'm going to overdraft to put gas in my car. Just to go DoorDash for $60 to replenish the money that I overdrafted. Just to go back and do it all over again. And that experience taught me that I am not above any type of work. I'm not above anybody. When you are determined, and you ain't trying to waver, you're not above nothing. But when I say I'm not above nothing, I still keep my morality. I ain't out here sucking and fucking, trying to get a buck. Because I am in LA. I could have done that. But it showed me that you ain't above nothing. And when you want it, you gonna get it by any means necessary. But you got to keep morals. You can't be scheming and scamming. Because when you scheme and scam, the shit falls through. Period. So I'm still doing all of that. It's summertime. I'm back at square one. You know why? Because school is ending. Now that school is ending, I have no income. Production slows down in the summer. I don't have a lot to go clap at. I'm trying to DoorDash as much as I can, but my return on the DoorDash is not matching up because I'm driving everywhere. So most of my money is going to gas, and I'm only coming out with a small little something. So my dad, I finally had the breakdown. I called my parents. I'm like, y'all, I ain't gonna make July rent. And I might not make August. I need some help. And my parents, they would get mad at me because I would wait till the last minute to, like, tell them stuff. But I did it because, like, I did it because, like I told y'all, my dream ain't they burden. I don't want to put that on them. I chose to come out here and do this. Yes, y'all support me, but I got to figure it out on myself, on my own, so that I can actually appreciate the journey and be able to tell the story to other people. So summer come, my dad's like, look, we're going to give you a lump sum of money so that you can focus. Now, mind you, when he gave me this lump sum of money, I had been signed to my agency for about 6 months, but I hadn't been booking nothing. I just wasn't booking anything. Like, nothing was coming through. I'm just like, damn, why I'm not booking shit? I might get a call back in there, but I wasn't booking anything. But I also wasn't taking it serious. And I wasn't taking it serious because I was too worried about money. I was so worried about surviving. And let me tell you something. The worst thing that you can... One of the worst things, it's a blessing and a curse. It's like when you're trying to figure it out and still try to chase your dream, it can really cause friction because you be so worried about making sure that you got the money versus having faith that the money is going to come and just going for the dream. And I was doing it backwards. I was so worried about the money surviving that I was neglecting the dream, which is why I wasn't booking anything. I was doing everything last minute because I'm so worried about getting money. I'm so worried about, oh no, I can't go to that. I can't go network because I got to go get some money. But just like God takes care of the birds, the bees, and make sure they eat, why would he not make sure I eat? My purpose was not to come to LA to work. That was not the purpose. That was not the plan. So me not working in the summertime was a blessing because it made me focus on the dream. and not the money. Yes, you need money to fund the dream. Yes, that's very true. But when you just focus so much on the money and you neglect the dream deteriorates. And it's not going to happen. So my daddy and them, they gave me a lump sum of money and they said, we want you to take these next months, make this money stretch, focus on the dream. Because there's no way that you're going to be able to actually accomplish what you want to do if you're so worried about making $1 to survive. I thank God for my parents, because let me tell you something, a lot of people don't got that. A lot of people don't got that type of support. But I proved myself to my parents that I could survive on my own. That's why they did it. Because when I first moved, they didn't give me no money. My mama did. But my daddy and them, they didn't give me no money because they had gave me some money earlier that year to help me with some music shit. So, you know, I do come from a middle class family. I'm not gonna lie. And I am an only child, but I'm very self-sufficient and I very seldom ask for anything. So that's why they don't mind helping me on those one-time instances, you know? So they gave me that lump sum and I said, cool. When they gave me that lump sum, July came, it was my birthday. Legit, right after my birthday, I booked my first acting gig for a campaign for salsa. Then I book again. I book a TV show, True TV, Laugh Mobs. I booked that. Then I booked an indie movie, Cheer Up. That'll be coming out sometime next year. I just wrapped for that. And I was the co-lead. I say, wow. When I take my time and I actually focus and stop worrying about the damn money, the money coming in. The money is coming in on what I want to do. Because I ain't worried. My faith was weary. You know, we can say we got faith all day. But if it's weary, it ain't going to connect with God. And he wants you to wholeheartedly give him that. So, Lord, it's 8:51. Okay, 10 minutes. So then after that, I get a call from B-Stinks. Literally the week after my 29th birthday. And I had just asked God, like, God, I'm about to be 29. I'm close to 30. Please give me some stability. B-Stinks sends me a text message like, would you like to audition for the Kanye West choir? I said, girl, shut the hell up. No, seriously, I'm going to submit you. This is the same girl that I met one time at my last gig. We don't even talk every day. I tell this story all the time because she don't understand how much she changed my life. Like for real. It was hard. It was really fucking hard. So I go to the audition. I ain't tell nobody I even had the audition. I just kept it to myself. I was just like, I'm going to just go. I don't want to tell nobody. I don't want to get nobody excited. Let me just go. If I got enough confidence to know I'm going to get in. Whatever. I go to the audition. I got in. I made it. And honestly, the rest is history. I'll tell the other stuff later. But honestly, the rest is history. And yeah. That's how my life changed. It took a year. But it was legit 11 months of hell. Legit 11 months of hell. I love you too, B. Yes, Candace, let's do it. And so once I started making that money that I've never made in my life off of my talent, the struggle that I was dealing with was actually preparing me to know how to handle the amount of money that I was about to be receiving. Because a lot of times when you're not used to getting a lot of money, you mishandle it. So sometimes God got to make sure you broke so he can teach you how to handle the little bit that you got. So when he gives you an abundance, you don't waste it. And I did that. Thank you, B. I love you so much, girl. And so, yeah, sometimes you got to learn how to handle the abundance, and you have to learn how to handle the little bit before you can handle the big bit. And, yeah, I've been handling it. I saved so much money. So that's why during the pandemic, I did have a fucking nervous breakdown. So I was like, oh my God. But I had over $10,000 saved. And even after that, I got unemployment because of my teaching. And then I got into business with one of my best friends from 4th grade. Slid in with her business as a silent little partner. And then now I got the travel business. And now we finna get into this aftercare business. And I told my daddy, like, let's put our money together and get some duplexes, some fourplexes, all that shit. And so, yeah, that's where I'm at right now. But I love y'all. And I gotta go because it's time for me to get back to work. I have to give meds to my darling. I'm going to save this. I'm going to put this on YouTube. If you're coming to the show December 18th, buy your tickets. It's in the link in the bio. This is my Evolve shirt. If you don't have a shirt, you can get you one. It's linked in Tiaramy.com, Tiaramy.com. And I love y'all. And on December 18th, these stories will be shared because I want to give y'all the real and authentic. It's not easy. It be hard. It be real life hard. And if you ain't got God on your side and some real faith, you're going to fail. I'm not great because of my talent. I'm great because of my faith and the support that I got along the way. A lot of people don't know that people don't know how much they really helped me, because I have so much pride. I try never to ask for anything. So everybody that did help, I love y'all and thank y'all for real. And everybody that does support me right now, thank y'all. I'm wearing a small, Candace. Did you get a small? What size do you want? Oh, thank you. I know, Candace, I've seen it. I'm sending everything on Thursday. With special notes and things. But yeah, I'm wearing a size small. But that's the story. And that's my story about taking risks. So if you want to know a motherfucker that took a risk, it's your girl. I risked it all, okay? And I'm still risking. Y'all don't even know how much money I got tied up in this show. I hope I recoup the funds, okay? Because it's a good look. Mind you, I just lost $3,000. Mind you, somebody just stole $3,000 from me, and I'm still waiting to get their return. I'm damn near spending $3,000 on this show. So, you do the math. Okay, I'm with it, Candace. I'm with it. And shout out to my sis, Shauna. She will be on the show. DJ Young Sam, DJing. That Damn Monty's hosting. The Mims band is playing. Gina and Ryan will be performing. Well, they're singing background for me, but they also going to be doing a little duet in the beginning. And my mama performing. And I'll probably get my daddy and them up there. And mind y'all, I'm having a jam session at the end of my set. Poetry, you play an instrument, you sing, you rap. You want to just get up and talk? Come on up, and we're going to vibe with the band for about 30 minutes. 12:30, then we done. So, I love y'all. I hope today's tap-in was, I don't know. I guess I hope it was fulfilling. And yeah, so many great people have really helped me along the way. Keep good people in your corner. You are the company you keep. That's real talk. And I love the company that I'm in. I wouldn't trade them for the world. Very blessed. Beyond thankful. So it's about 10:58 Houston time because I'm in Houston, which means it's 8:58 LA time, which means it's probably time for me to get off this live, which means at the last live somebody reported me. But that's because I was talking big stuff. Thanks, B. I'm still figuring it out, y'all. I still got a long way to go, but at least the main thing is just figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? Having the pieces and not just putting them in place. So I really hope to see all of y'all at the show next Friday. Oh my God, my show is next Friday. I can't believe it. It's next Friday. I'm so nervous. I haven't performed in Houston in almost 3 years. So I'm really nervous. Not nervous to perform, just nervous about who's going to come, who might not come, if anybody going to come. Because y'all is not buying these tickets. Y'all is so last minute. I need y'all to buy these damn tickets. Okay? I am going to try to go live for my show. That is definitely one of the plans. I'm actually going to talk to my videographer that I hired and see how we can make that happen so you guys can tap in and see the show, because it's going to be good. It's going to be cabaret style. So I'm going to be talking. I'm going to be cracking a few jokes. I'm going to be singing. And I got a lot of special guests that's going to come. And I'm just blessed. I told my friend, I said, I'm in a space of gratitude. I done been through some stuff. And not families like, oh, I'm poor, or oh, my mom used to beat my ass, but just my own demons. My own demons. And fighting them. Still, I done got most of them off my back, but I'm still fighting some. We all are. But stay prayed up. I'm officially an hour in this thing. I love y'all so much. And we are on week 16. It's like my 16th episode of Tap In Tuesday. Even though last week's episode got deleted. There we go. I'm out. Bye, guys.